All right, everyone. So, welcome to today's class. So, now today we'll be talking about how to grow a small portfolio. That is the major focus for today. Now, I've had many people ask questions like, okay, I'm trading with just $50, I'm trading with just $10 or $100 or 200. How do I grow my portfolio to, let's say, a 1,000 or a 5,000 or maybe $10,000? So, now I'll be addressing all these major areas so you will just know what how to go about it. So starting off, let's say you start trading with a portfolio of $50. Now, the first and most important thing is knowledge, what you know. Now, okay, let me just get an online notepad so I can write it down. So the first and most important thing is what you know, because essentially it's the information you have access to that will determine how much money you can make. It's pure fact. This is just pure fact. The information you have access to is what will determine how much money you can make. There are coins that people, for example, there are people that have, let's say, $1,000 to trade with. And roughly on average, let's say in a month, they could make $500 profit, or you can enter a trade and turn your $1,000 to $2,000. That's fair. But then there are also people that have entered trades with $100 and it has turned to $2,000. You see. So the first part is knowledge, what you know. That is a major differentiating factor. In fact, that is the biggest leverage, the biggest thing you can capitalize on being in the crypto space in the world, not even in Nigeria or in Africa, being in the crypto space. Knowledge is your greatest and biggest form of leverage in the crypto space, what you know. Now, what do I mean by this? A good example is, let's say, something like the Uniswap airdrop that was happening, and all you had to do was trade on their platform. I mean, even if you did a trade of just $10 on their platform, even if you did a trade of just $60, $5, because they didn't have any dollar requirement at the time, you would still qualify. In fact, I have someone that got a 1-inch airdrop, and the funniest thing was the transaction he did failed. So he didn't even pay transaction fees, he didn't do anything, but he still got the 1-inch airdrop. At the time, he sold it for, I think, 2 million naira or something. You see, so the information you have access to will determine how much money you can make. Now, what do I mean by this? Let's say you are in the team, or let's say you are related to someone that is working in Uniswap, working for Uniswap, or working with 1-inch, and they give you a heads up that airdrop is coming. All you have to do is just do airdrop on 50 wallets. I mean, just imagine you knew beforehand that you were doing an airdrop, and you did it for 50 wallets, and each one, I think I calculated $16,000. That is $800,000 for free, which is about 400 million naira. You see, so this is why we always recommend people to join. Why is this page not loading? I just need to be sure that it's not my entire browser. So this is why we always recommend and tell people to join communities and watch videos and learn, because the truth is, the major differentiating factor, your biggest leverage in this crypto space, is the information you have access to. Trust me, it's your biggest leverage. The information you have access to. There's no greater trade-off. There is nothing. If you have access to the right information, I think this is the wrong notepad. Yeah. If you have access to the right information with a $500 portfolio, you can still make $10,000. You see, that is why we have paid groups, we have paid communities, and all of that, because finding these gems, finding these calls, finding these coins that would yield. Oh, this was a class I had recently. Finding these gems and these coins that would yield significant returns takes a whole lot of research, takes a lot. So the first one, like I said, is what you know, which encompasses information you have access to and all of that. So moving on, for example, this is why we have airdrop communities as well, where people find airdrops and then they do these airdrops and they drop the links to the airdrop, and then people do and make money off of it. It's just being part of a community. If you want to run the whole crypto race by yourself and feel like you know it all, it's fine. You can try, but there's only so much you can do. There's this friend of mine that was telling me recently this Samo airdrop that came out and people made, I think, $3,800 from it. So he did the airdrop. He now had these friends that are not into crypto, but he created a group for them so that any update he gets, he just shares and all of them would do. So he did this airdrop and he shared it on the group. And then out of 6 people on the group, about 3 of them did and also got it. So the only problem was for himself, he put the wrong address. But then 3 of his friends got it and they got new laptops, they got new phones. I mean, the next day they cashed out and they're just so happy. What was their biggest leverage? It was what they knew. The amount of information they had access to, because it's very basic. Imagine he had 100 people on that group and all of them did the airdrop. They would all get it. Imagine he didn't tell anybody about it. They won't also get it. So there's that. So that one is that is a way to grow your portfolio very, very significantly, in the sense that here we're not talking of $10 to $20 or $20 to $50. You could see a significant growth of maybe even 2,000 or 5,000%. So moving on from here, now the second part where it now has to deal majorly on you is patience. Now, one major problem that many newbies have is they see what is happening in the space and they want to jump on every train, or they want things to just go really, really fast. Now, it's not in every case that everything happens fast. A good example is with Bake. Bake is a coin on Binance that just, I think, 1 week ago, just a week ago, Bake was still sitting at $1. And a few days ago, Bake went all the way from $1 to $6. That is roughly, I think, 500% or 600% increase. Now, imagine those that have been holding Bake, because I had a lot of people I told to buy Bake on time, and many of them came into my DM, especially one guy, and was like, that he sold it. When he saw the price was not moving and he was waiting, and the price not move for 1 week or 2 weeks, he now sold. That is immediately he sold, the thing now started moving. Now, that's one major problem that many people lack coming into the space: patience. Everything doesn't move fast. There are some coins you might have to hold for days, last long days. There are some coins you might have to hold for weeks, and there are some coins you might have to hold for months. But patience is something that you would definitely and in every circumstance need. I mean, I heard of this guy, this SafeMoon, one Nigerian guy that bought SafeMoon and then bought it very early and then sold for $100. And not too long after he sold, I think a week or 2 weeks after he sold, what he sold for $100 became worth, I think, $2.3 million or something, or $1.8 million. Imagine $100 to 1.8 million, not million naira, $1 million. Patience was his biggest problem, even though it's a shit coin and nobody can really predict its next move, anyways. So you can't really blame him. So that is one major problem that people lack. So they expect everything to go like really, really fast. That's why you have people that would ask you, what coin can I buy? How long is the coin going to perform in 2 weeks? In 3 days, would the coin have done 100%? Or someone will come and ask you questions like, if I buy this coin now, how long will it take for it to do 300% profits? All those unnecessary questions, you see. And that is one major thing that affects their patience. And so when they hold a coin and then the thing just does maybe 10% or 5% and they're angry, and then they sell the coin and then they buy another coin, and then they're jumping from one coin to another, leaving previous positions. That funny thing is, immediately you now sell, it now moves. And then you're wondering, is it your village people? It's not your village people, it's just your lack of patience. You see, so patience is one very, very important factor. If you're going to buy a coin, you need to know why you are buying that coin. And then from your entry, you need to have known your exit. So let's say you buy a coin at $5 and you plan to exit and sell at $10, and then it moves to $6, and then it drops back to $4. Then it moves to $7. Then it drops back to like $5. And then you're lacking patience and you're vexing. And in your mind, you're like, okay, immediately this thing goes to $7 again, I'll just sell and dump. from the beginning, you planned your entry and your exit based on your analysis. I would like to assume it was based on your analysis and not based on speculation. And so you should be patient enough with that trade. It's very important. I've had a lot of people blow their accounts because of lack of patience. Some you tell them, okay, buy this coin, hold, and then they'll buy it. And then because it did not move in 1 week or it not move in 2 weeks, then they'll sell and now go and buy another thing that is really pumping and it will dump on them. And now they're trying to recover their loss. So you started a portfolio with $1,000. Let's say you started a portfolio with 1,000. Oh, sorry, we're talking of small balances here. So let's say you started a portfolio with $100, and then you buy a coin, and then you've now held the coin for like 5 days, 6 days, and it's still on 100 or 101. Now you're now angry that you come to Binance, you see that some coins are doing 100%, 80 something percent, and you are vexing, and you now sell the coin you're now holding, and now go and buy a coin that you totally know nothing about. You don't even know the up and the down and why it is even pumping. And next thing, as you now sell, this one now starts moving. And this one now starts dumping, and you're wondering, what did I do wrong? And you're regretting. You now sell this one, and now come and buy this one that has moved. And it's just an entire mess. You see, so you need to be patient. You need to have planned your entry or your exit from before you enter that trade. Then you need to stick to it. Very, very important. Very important. Now, another thing is consistency. Now, this is the area where I'll talk about airdrops. While doing your trades, while doing your regular trades, your regular buy and sell, you can also look at other areas in the crypto space. You see, the thing about this crypto is I can promise you and I can guarantee you that if you take crypto seriously, you can make millions easily. Stress and emphasis on easily. And yes, but you just need to be consistent. Now, there are so many people that have come and met me and they're like, let me just write that down. So they're like, I'm doing Forex and I'm also trading crypto. Or can I do Forex and crypto at the same time? I'm like, yes, you can. But each market by itself, independently, is enough to make you millions. The crypto market is a $2 trillion market with an average daily volume of, I think, 300 to 400 billion. I think it's way over that now. Let me just check coin market cap for the statistics. So the crypto market cap is way over 2 trillion. Well, over 2 trillion. This is market cap. And the daily volume is, okay, $138 billion. So looking at this, in 24 hours, $138 billion has been bought and sold off of this market. This just gives you an insight into how much money you can make daily because it's 24-hour volume. And so, I mean, $138 billion. The richest man in the world is just worth $200 billion. And this is the daily volume. So there's enough money in one market to make you super rich. You don't really have to jump from one to another and say, people are making money here, then you jump to this side. Okay, people are making money here, then you jump to this side. You need to build consistency. If you are going to trade crypto, trade crypto. If you're going to stick with Forex, stick with Forex. But each market or any one market is enough to make you serious millions. Serious millions. Now, the reason why consistency is important is when you stick with one, you are able to focus more on what is important. For example, now that you're into crypto, you're trying to grow a small portfolio and you're trading with just $10, and now you've mastered the art of patience, and now you're building consistency, and now you're part of a community. So you're growing your small money from $10, it's going to 12, 15. Now, with consistency, you can start delving into other areas in crypto. Why? Because your focus is now on that one thing, which is crypto. And here we can now start talking of things like airdrops. Now, airdrops is important because it's how you can make free money. But if you are not fully focused in one space, you cannot consistently do airdrops or other benefits that crypto has to offer. So when you're trading and you've planned your entry and your exit, and you're patient because you have your analysis and in check, and then your trade is slowly moving, and you're trying to build a small portfolio gradually, then you build consistency, working on airdrops. You look at how you can make money in other areas through crypto, which I specify and emphasize on as airdrops. Now, this is very important because you can make really, really, really serious money. Now, to do airdrops, like I said, everything is about what you know. So for airdrops, you can join communities, you can join WhatsApp groups that do airdrops, and just get airdrops links from there and know exactly how to participate. I've had people that started trading from airdrop money. There was someone when I first met him, in fact, he paid to join my paid group through airdrop money. I think he made about $600 or $700 from airdrops, and then he used $500 as capital to start trading, and I was able to grow it to like a 2,000 while still doing airdrops. This is very important. Now, another thing is compounding profits. Now, this is the secret strategy in trading. Compounding profits is the major. This is how your money grows. For example, you start trading with a $10 portfolio, and then your $10 portfolio, you do a 10% profits, and then it grows to 10% is $1. Okay, let's say you do a 20% profit, and then it grows to $12, for example. It grows to $12. Now, if you're entering another trade, you're entering with way more money than you had initially. So this is how you compound profits. So I'm entering a trade now with $12 instead of $10. So I enter the trade, and now let's say I make the same 20%. 20% for me in this trade is no longer what it was initially. Now it will be 14. My money will now grow to 14.4, if I'm not mistaken. 14.4. Now this is growth. So initially you started with 10, and now from 2 trades you've grown to 14.4. This is how you compound profits. So this is the major strategy in trading that we use to grow portfolios by significant amounts. But starting off, when you're just starting off with trading, the thing you need to take seriously is proper portfolio management. Let me just type that. When you're just starting off, what you need to be very, very judicious about, not even just starting off, it's still a strategy you use in the long term, but you need to know proper portfolio management, and then proper risk management. Now, both of them are still all encompassing, but then proper portfolio management is you knowing how to diversify your portfolio into coins that you are trading at that point in time. Let's say I'm starting with a $10 portfolio and I have 4 coins that I'm interested in buying. How do I properly manage my portfolio such that I'm able to divide the money across those 4 coins, or I pick one coin to buy? And then how do I properly manage my risk with respect to risk to reward ratio and setting my stop loss? So when you're just starting off trading with a small portfolio, even growing to a bigger portfolio, because at every point in time, small portfolio grows to a big portfolio, then it's classified as small, So let's say you are starting off and you want to properly manage your portfolio. If you have a portfolio of $100, you should not be found anywhere holding more than 5 coins. Why would you hold more than 5 coins? You are stretching your money too much, and it cannot effectively produce results. I've had people with trading portfolios of, let's say, $100, and then they'll tell me they're holding 10 coins, and I'm like, what 10 coins are you holding? Even people that are holding trading portfolios of $200,000 are not even holding up to 10 coins. Now, everybody has their own trading strategy, but it is not advisable. If you have 10 coins that you feel like these 10 gems are very good, solid long-term bags, you know how we speak this crypto English. The smartest thing for you to do is sit down, research on those 10 coins, and find out of these 10, which one can perform in the short term, then which ones can perform in the long term. Now, in all cases, your analysis might not be 100% right, but you should still analyze. So let's say you do your research from these 10 coins and you find out that, okay, 3 out of them can perform very well in the short term. Let's say you've checked their Telegram group, they have announcements, or Twitter, they have upcoming updates and all of that. And then you can follow through and say, okay, these guys know what they're doing and this can perform in the short term. But then the remaining 7, there's really not much news, not much updates, nothing is really happening, you see. And then you can say, okay, I'll buy these ones first. Then since it's short term, once it moves, I can now move money into this one. But to now buy all the coins at once and now hold as Satoshi, holding all the coins in the Bitcoin universe, it is not advisable. You now see people holding coins, and then with small portfolio, they're not holding coins, and you now check some coins is worth $2, some coin is $1. I mean, what's the point of buying a coin with $2? If you buy the coin with $2 and it does a 10x, 1000% profit, that is just a $20 increase. Wouldn't it be smarter that you instead buy the coin with $20 and then it grows by 10x and you see $200? You see, so you need to have proper portfolio management skills. Because I noticed that a majority of people that trade with small portfolios are the ones that buy the most coins. You see somebody talk about this coin on Twitter, you immediately go and sell one coin to buy it. You see somebody talk about this coin on WhatsApp status, you immediately go and put $2 inside the coin. Calm down. Calm down. Every coin is designed to go up, even though not every coin goes up. But then, when you now do your due diligence and analyze them, you can find out what can perform in the short term and the one you have to hold till December. So you will now carry a small portfolio that is supposed to be a trading portfolio and now go and use to buy a coin that will do 10x December 25th, when people are already killing cow for Christmas. And then by the time the coin now pumps, maybe you've already sold since June after holding for 4 months or something without performing, and you're angry that the coin did not perform. Whereas you bought a long-term coin as a short-term position, you know. This is why you need to understand your portfolio management skills. So don't just buy everything. Don't just buy anything and everything you see. Even if you are very, very sure of 10 coins that will perform and this 10 can take you to the moon, in those 10, which one have higher upside potential? This is where you check the market cap, the circulating supply, and then you now know, okay, how much should I put in each of these coins? So the ones that will perform the most get the higher money, and the ones that will perform the least, get lower amount of investment. So very, very important. Now, also in proper risk management, you need to see, when trading with a small portfolio, you need to properly manage your risk with respect to stop loss. Why am I saying this? For many people, they feel like there's this confidence in every entry. You know that this coin I bought at $10 did not burn the coin well to fall from $10 to $5, and you're very confident. You're like, nothing can happen. This coin must go from $10 to $20. And in many cases, your analysis can be perfect and it will actually get there. But there are times where unpredictable circumstances happen. For example, look at the recent dump that happened with Bitcoin, where Joe Biden announced the increase in tax, and nobody saw that coming, except those in the White House, maybe. And nobody saw it coming, and everything just crumbled. Markets just fell. I mean, everything was red. So many coins were down by 25%, 30%. Many people were wondering, is this the end of crypto? Is this the end? All those that went to go and buy shitcoin, their shitcoins fell like 79%. I saw a coin that fell by 90 what percent now. You see, imagine you were trading an open position without setting your stop loss, and then your coins fell by 35%. Now, it's not a bad thing. What am I saying? It's a terrible thing. But it's not like holding, this is where, okay, I'll talk about the difference in holding and trading. So now, it's not like as it dumped, it's not going to recover. No, it's definitely going to recover. In fact, the recovery was very fast. All my entire portfolio is in profit. But let me give you an instance. let's say, now let me erase all of this. Now let's say I buy a coin with, I'm trading with $100 portfolio, right? And I buy 2 coins. So I split it 50-50. So that's $50 in each coin. Then I set my stop loss. Let's say I'm using a stop loss of 10%. So what do I mean by stop loss of 10%? If the market starts dumping and then the money I invested in this coin from $50, it drops by 10%, that'll make my money $45. Then quickly sell off. So I have set a stop loss such that if this market dumps and then my money loses 10%, sell off. Why is this very instrumental in your growth, starting from a small portfolio? You can monitor, predict, and manage your risks and your losses. So for example, even if the whole market starts dwindling and crumbling, you are sure of one thing: your portfolio can never reduce by more than 10% because of a stop loss. Now, like I said, this is not just for a small portfolio, this is for every portfolio. But for a small portfolio, you have to be very well disciplined with this principle. So now, my $50 now turned to $45, $50 turned to $45. Now you might be crying, hey, my money has dumped. But trust me, you are still at a better position than someone that his money fell by 35%. Because now 35% would mean that your $100 will now become $65. So when you could have managed your risk and ensure that your money fell to only $90, which is, like I said, a 10% dump, it has now fallen to 65. So let's say this guy now that his money has dumped to $65, it finally recovers to 100. All he has been able to do is break even. He is not in profit, he's not in loss, he's just back at his starting point. But now this is you, on the other hand, that lost $10 and the market now finally dumped. You now bought the dip. So for this guy over here to grow his money from $65 to $100, he will need to have an increase of, let me get a calculator. So that's 100 minus 65 divided by 65. So he will need to see an increase of 53.8%. So for this guy now that his money has dumped, all the coins he now bought would have to increase by 53%. That is a lot. Just for him to break even, just for him to see his capital back to where he was. So this guy now has made 53% profit only to start at the starting point. What an awesome waste of time. But now you, on the other hand, that set your stop loss and your market dumped to $90, and then you now bought the dip, you bought the blood. If you see an increase of 50%, let's even say you don't see an increase of 50%, let's say you see an increase of 40%. I'm assuming you didn't catch the major dip. Let's say is when the thing started pumping, you now bought back. So instead of seeing an increase by 53%, let's say you saw an increase of 40%, you bought a certain deep level when you started seeing the market was recovering. So you saw an increase of 40%. 40% of $90 is $36. So adding this up to your $90, you'll be at $126. So when this young man over here is breaking even and getting back his initial capital, you, on the other hand, are in profits of 26%. Proper portfolio management, proper risk management. So you don't just buy a coin and just say the market is pumping, Bitcoin is going to pump, Dogecoin is going to take me to the moon. It will take you to the moon, but you need to also be careful. I mean, you know, rockets that go to space. As the rocket is going to space, some of his engines drop by the wayside. So as you're going to the moon, be sure not to be the one that will drop by the wayside. Ensure that your fuel will take you there. So you need to really, really be very, very, very meticulous. Very meticulous and very careful, because you're managing a small account. A small account, a big account is prone to significant losses, but then a small account is very hard to build. It is easier to make $1,000 than to make $1. That might not make sense, but eventually to make sense. So you need to be very, very careful in those beginning stages, managing that account. Be very meticulous with your portfolio management and your risk management. Now, another thing, like I said, making sure you don't enter so many shit coins is such that, so let's say market starts dumping, and with your small $100, you've gone to buy 10 coins. And different coins dump at different levels. While some coins are dumping by 25%, some can be dumping 16%, some can be dumping maybe 28, 32. Different coins have different dips, as it were. And while market is dumping, there are some coins that will be going up. Some don't even care at all. You see, the likes of Solana recently, where BTC was dumping and then Solana even hit its all-time high. So it happens. So if you are now holding all the coins in the crypto space, what does that mean? You would experience all the significant dips. The small dip, the big dip, you will chop everything. But if you're able to effectively manage your portfolio such that you enter certain specific gems and you have analyzed your entry and your exit, while others are down by 40%, 50%, maybe 20% or 10%, you could be down by 3%, 4%, maybe 5 tops. So this is very, very, very important as well. Proper portfolio and proper risk management. Your stop losses, you don't joke with your stop loss. You don't enter a trade and just hope that the angels are looking out for you and your gems are going to pump your bags. It is smarter to have risk management set in place so that even when the market dips and your coin sells automatically, you can buy that dip and be part of an upward trend that would even increase your money, higher than what it should have been. Now, there are times also, because this is one reason why so many people stop setting stop losses. There are times also where you can have a situation like this. I buy a coin here and I expect it to go up, and I set my stop loss here so that in case it goes down, it automatically sell for me. So I buy this coin at $100, then I set it that if it falls to $90, it will immediately sell. There are times when the trade can go like this. Let me show you. The trade can go like this and now go like this. Hit your stop loss, come here small, and now pump and go to $1,000. And then you're angry. You missed out on the trade. You missed out on the everything. It's fine. It is better than a situation where you are losing capital. The fact that you've been able to preserve capital is hope that you can still find another entry like this. But when you lose capital and your money now drops to, let's say from $100, the money now drops to $50, you would now be needing 100% profits to take you back to your initial capital. Unnecessary risk. Unnecessary and avoidable risk. So you need to be very, very meticulous. These are the things that really, really count. These are the things that really, really count. So I said something. I said that starting off, patience is key. You need patience where you've done your analysis, you've done everything, and you're sure a coin will move, but then you're holding that coin and then it hasn't moved and you want to sell. Calm down. I'm even talking from experience, and it happens. It's like this. Immediately you sell, it starts pumping. I don't know how it happens. I honestly do not know how this thing happens, but this is just the way it is. Someone told me that he has been holding XRP since January. The day he sold was the thing did 69% profits. Then 3 days later, it now still moved. So from his selling points, it moved to about 300% profit. As in, the day he sold, the next week, he started pumping. It is just, I don't know. I really don't know how it happens. I really, really don't know how the market just watches you and waits for you to sell, then starts pumping. But it just happens to be that way. So once you know what you have bought, and you know that what you bought is, because you need to be sure of what you're buying. so you don't end up holding something that will never pump. So once you know what you've bought and you're sure of what you have bought, just be patient. Just be really, really, really patient. Very patient. Now, consistency, like I said, you don't need to be in all the fields. You don't need to trade crypto and do mini exportation and do forex. And no, 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 no. Firstly, focus on one. If that's, I'm talking about just building, a small portfolio, because this is mostly for those that are just starting off. For those that have built a lot of profits and built a lot of capital in the crypto space, you can start diversifying, starting other businesses and all of that. But if you're just starting off and you want to make money from crypto and you want to focus on one source or stream of income, be consistent. Be very consistent. Be very deliberate about learning. One major issue many people have is all they want is the coin to buy. I've had so many DMs that people tell me, what coin can I buy with this $100 that I have? Chill, calm down. Because if I tell you, buy this coin, the next question will be, where can I buy it? Then I tell you, buy it on Binance. Then the next question is, how can I buy it? Then I tell you, this is how you buy it. The next one is, how long should I hold? All those things are really, really not, as in, firstly, focus on learning. Learn. Every day, build yourself. Every day, make sure that you know something you didn't know before. And gradually, you're improving. Gradually, you're improving. Consistency. If you're going to focus on crypto, focus on crypto. Know that you want to do it and you want to take it seriously. And if you can, and if you do take it seriously, you could make a whole lot of money. You can make blood money from this crypto space. As in, I'm talking of the kind of money where when you make the money, you would have to withdraw it to your bank account to be sure it is real, because it will make sense to you. You're like, what is this money? You would have to withdraw it and see credit alerts and now see the money and say, wow, this is real money. But if you are not consistent, if you are on and off, you can't make that money. And this is also something that has happened to me too. Starting off in crypto, because I started off 2017, sorry. And I started off and I started trading, and then the whole market crash came, and then we had to pivot and look for other ways to make money. And then I was doing airdrops, and I started doing airdrops, and it wasn't profitable, and I was frustrated, and I stopped. And the week I said I am not doing, I've been doing airdrops for 3 months. Then the week I said I want to take a break, 2 airdrops came out. Each of them ended up being worth 1.8 million. It was shared on the group I was on, which I was no longer actively participating in because I was tired, and I missed it. And that was how that one went. But I'm still back in the crypto space. So it's just like that. So you need to be sure that this is what you want to do. Let it not be one leg in, one leg out. If you plan on taking crypto seriously and you want to dedicate your time and effort to it, you will make money. Mark my words, if you take crypto seriously for the next till December and you don't make up to 1 million, send me a DM in December. If you do take it seriously and by December you've not made up to 1 million, send me a DM. I'm very serious. Even though, anyways, this is going to go to YouTube. So there are those that might now start taking it seriously in November. Don't send me any DM. Talking of those that are here with us in April. You see. So we're entering a new month. Next month is May. You can start off and have a 6-month plan to consistently build yourself every day for the next 6 months. If you have to pay for a course, for paid mentorship, awesome. If you have to dedicate your time and sift through content on Twitter, awesome. If you have to sift through content on YouTube, awesome. But if you can take the next month in your crypto journey seriously, you will make money. You will make so much money that you'll be tired. Exactly. Samit is even here. Our boss is in this place. Thank you so much for joining. He's even saying that this will just be the beginning. That 1 million. I'm telling you, it will just be the beginning. You will be surprised. You will just be shocked. You will just be shocked. I mean, on my paid group, there was a time where I did a call for some people, and then many people bought, some didn't buy, some couldn't buy. And in the end, one guy made about 600,000 naira, and he entered my DM and I was like, he made 600,000. I was like, yeah, congratulations. And he said that he doesn't know what to do with the money. And I was like, you came and met me that I want to learn crypto. I taught you crypto. You made money. Do what you may. You see, even though now the guy has made over 2 million from that last year till now, he has made over 2 million. But it just happens like that. But you just need to be serious. You just need to make up your mind to be very serious. You just need to have that resolve. And if you don't take it seriously, awesome. It's fine. We'll still be here. You see, we'll still be here. So at this point, I'll take questions. So those of you that might have questions, maybe real life situations, maybe things you want me to answer, very specific questions, please ask questions that I can answer. Don't ask me what coin should I buy. So I'll just answer your questions and we'll just wrap up. Yeah, someone's asking, have I taken a class on stop loss before? Well, not really a whole class on stop loss, but in the introduction to Binance trading I had a few days ago, the video, which is now on our YouTube channel, I did a step-by-step guide on how to set stop loss on YouTube, on Binance. So you can also check that out. You can just fast forward to the point where I started talking of the trading aspects because it's 1 hour 34 minutes long, and just watch that part. I just taught how to use stop loss, so you can check it out. As beginners, where can we start, especially if capital is an issue? Awesome. I love this question. Now, if you are starting off and you don't have capital, let's say you are starting with 0 naira, 0 kobo, start with airdrops. Just start with airdrops. It might not make sense at the beginning, but eventually to make sense. Just start with airdrops. There's a whole lot of hype. There's a whole lot of hype. There's so much activity. There's so many things are happening. And many platforms need attention. I mean, look at the market cap. We have over 9,500 cryptocurrencies. And these are the ones that are listed on CoinGecko. With shitcoins, there are over 30,000 cryptocurrencies. Over 30,000 cryptocurrencies. And how many do we even know as a person? So as these new platforms are coming on the scene, they need media attention. They want you to know about them. This is why a majority of them do these airdrops. It's one of two things. If you know that you're coming to offer value and you know that what you are bringing on the table is a die-hard project, you won't do airdrop. For example, Polkadot, they didn't do airdrop. They came out, was it not last day they launched? Look at them sitting at number 8 with how many $1 billion market cap? Something that started from below $1. You see, they didn't need to do airdrop because they knew what they were working on. When you know what you have, when you know that, I mean, look at the chart. When was this? This is August 20th. This coin was still 2.8. And this was even when they listed on CoinMarketCap. If you check it on CoinGecko, you see that it was way less than that. So when you know what you're working on and you know you're working on a very solid project, you won't need to do airdrop. But in the other instance too, when you need a lot of attention very fast, you need hype, you need people to jump on your project early on, you need adopters, they do airdrops to give people free coins. So look out for airdrops. You should look out for airdrops. Another question. Someone is asking, is there a way to take profit from PancakeSwap? No, you cannot take profit from PancakeSwap. PancakeSwap is a decentralized exchange, and a lot of these decentralized exchanges are built in such a way that you can't take profits. So the only thing you can do is buy and sell and watch charts and be sure of your entry and your exit. So you cannot really take profit. So I'm trying to zoom the charts to show you something. So this is, okay, still the same thing. $2.9. When they did the ICO, it was 0 point something. And look at it now, sitting at $34, like nothing happened. So someone saying, can you emphasize more on airdrops, especially the Solana? Well, for airdrops, I have a video on our YouTube channel. There's a video on our YouTube channel talking about airdrops. And we're planning to have a live class on airdrops next week. I'll keep you posted. So I'm planning to have a live class where I want to bring the best of the best in the airdrop space. When I'm talking of the best, I mean the best of the best. People that are even way better than me in airdrops. like 10 times better. So I'm planning to bring them on the call where they'll handle the entire meeting hosted by Island Block, and they will teach you. But that will be next week. I'm in talks. I've been planning for a while now. So they'll take you through a live video on how to do an airdrop, how to spot airdrops, and all of that. So moving on. Yeah, I'm even making a class on airdrops. So that's next week. So for all these airdrop related questions, you can ask on that day when we finally fix a class. So most of these things are airdrop questions. So someone is asking, is Venus from your desk, sir? Please, the compounding profits aspect, does it mean I have to be selling off my positions once it reaches my expected exit? Yes, you must. You see, like I explained, like I was about to explain, there's a difference between trading and investing. I don't want to make this class more than 1 hour so that the recording will not be too long. So there's a difference between trading and investing. If you are trading, you have specific entry exit points on a short-term basis. If you're investing is where you can hold a coin for 1 year, 2 years. As a trader, you need to be very, very specific. If you're buying a coin to hold for long term, have it in your long-term wallet. If you're trading a position, 10% profit, 20% profit, 30% is enough. So when you buy a coin and before you enter the position, you have your planned exit point. Once it gets to your exit point, sell off. Is a trade. It's not an investment. When it's an investment, you can join the community. You can hold for 1,460,000 years. But when it's a trade, you are focusing on making profits, maybe daily, maybe weekly. It's just like someone that goes to open shop at a market and is selling yam. She won't say until she sees someone that will buy 10 yams at once, she's not selling. No, the small profits matter. So today she sells 1 yam. Then she carries the money, profits, buy more. Tomorrow you sell 2, you buy more. It's a trade. You are trading. You are increasing your portfolio by compounding profits. But when it's an investment, long-term holding, buy and throw away. Check it 6 months, 1 year maybe, depending on your projected long-term plan. Is there a way to potential coins so we won't end up buying a coin that will dump on us? Yeah, there's a way to potential coins. This is where your analysis comes in. This is where being a part of a community is also important, because when you analyze, you might not be 100% certain in your analysis. But you're part of a community, you can share your ideas, share your thoughts, share your insights, and you guys can rub minds and something can come out of it. As a beginner, how do we get to make gains per day? Well, as a beginner, the first thing you should focus on is learning. Then you might not make gains per day. For example, the way the market works, Bitcoin is the lord of all coins. If Bitcoin decides to fall today to $10,000, every coin will literally dump by 60, 70%. Bitcoin controls the entire market. So there cannot be a specific predictable daily gain. There are no guarantees. But what you can do is, for every entry, have targeted exit points and monitor your entries. So when you enter a coin, know when you want to sell, then watch out, then sell, then repeat the process. For most people, the reason why their coins don't hit their targets on times is because of bogus targets. I mean, you set the coin to sell 100% profit, and they're wondering why it has not hit your target in 2 hours. Be coming down. You see, 100% profit will require the market cap to at least double. You need to know all of these metrics. So now moving on. So for real and edit airdrops, like I said, those questions will be asked during the class. Is it advisable to jump from coin? I mean, you're holding a coin and in a few weeks it does 2x and stops pumping, so you can take your money off. I mean, awesome. That is the strategy. Take your money, jump to another coin, and that is the way it works. This is how to make money. This is it. But when you're going on a long-term investment, when you say, okay, I want to buy Ethereum and hold for long term, that one you just buy and lock up. But when you're trading and your coin has done 2x, are you kidding me? Find another gem. But there's something called leaving a moon bag. Now, this is an advice that you get a lot. You would get a lot. If you are in a project and it's a new project and it performed really well really fast, or it has performed, or you want to exit your position, we always advise, don't completely exit your position. For example, let's say I buy a coin with $100, and now I'm talking of investing and also trading. Now I buy a coin with $100, and because this is like middle ground, I buy a coin with $100 and then it turns to $200. Let's say I don't want to sell my position completely. I can decide to remove my capital. So what do? I buy with $100, it turns to $200. I remove my $100. So what does this mean? Plus or minus, I have taken away capital. Plus or minus, I am still in that trade. So if the trade goes up, awesome, I'm still in that trade. If the trade dumps, awesome, that was profit. So it's a win-win situation. Even though there are times where you now leave profits to run, and then the profits $100 now turn to $1,000, and you start calculating, if I have left the 200, it will have been 2,000. There will come those times, but proper risk management is more important than assumed potential profits. If a signal is dropped and there is no stop loss, you determine your stop loss. For your own portfolio management strategy, you can decide that I don't want my portfolio to go down below 5%. So you can set your stop loss 5% below your entry. For some, they can take a 20% dump. For some, 15%. So when you decide your portfolio management strategy, you can now determine your stop losses. Okay, awesome question. Now, someone said, I've been stagnant for months on my coins, no profit, no gains. Please, what can you do? Now, this is where we have what they call portfolio rebalancing. Portfolio rebalancing is a situation where you check coins you've been holding, and you see the ones that has performed, the ones that have not moved, and you sell off at the point where your coins have been stagnant for months. Now, first thing you do is you check Twitter, research on those projects, find out, are these guys still alive? Are they still actively working on this thing? Or has the team given up on this project? You check the Telegram group, check for activity. You need to be sure that something is coming up. Because it's very possible you hold a coin for months, and then 6 months, nothing pushed through. And then on the 7th month, 1000% profit. So you need to be sure that these guys have activity. Then when you have confirmed that the team has given up on the project and they've abandoned ship, you can sell off, put your losses together, join your money together, and then plan your next entry on another coin. It is way better than nursing wounds that might not heal. Because there was someone that bought a coin with $10,000, and then the team fell to $500. And then obviously the team was no longer active, but he felt anything can happen. Then the $500 turned to $18. And then the $18, I don't know the story from there, but the coin has died. Like it didn't even attempt to resurrect. So that is that. So that is so someone else has answered Taiwo Emmanuel's question. So I've answered that, yeah. So for Trust Wallet, Pancake Swap coins, you don't set stop losses. Someone is asking, I've not been able to make profits. All right. Now, my advice for you from this point is you have to join the community. Why do I say you have to join the community? There are times where, for me, for example, I regularly make sure I join communities, at least within every 6 months. I make sure I'm part of a new community. Paid, free, I'm always joining. Why? No matter how good you are, there are always people you can learn from. And I don't take that for granted. I believe so much in learning. I don't know why my whole emphasis is on learning and learning, but I believe with knowledge, you can make money. So if you've been here for a while and there's really nothing happening, at this point, no longer play solo. Find a community, find people you can interact with, people that you can learn from, people that you can make money together with. It helps. It helps a great deal. So moving on. Okay, someone posted the YouTube channel already. Thank you, Vanessa. So talking about communities to join, Well, there are several communities to join. Maybe later on, I would. Okay, if someone is on the airdrop group, maybe they can help drop the airdrop group link here. Let me see. So for those that are on the airdrop group, maybe they can help drop the link here. I can't do that because I'm using my PC. So I'll just get the link. So I'm getting the link. I'll just get the link and post on the airdrop group. So if there's anybody on the airdrop group, please just help me post it here so that others that are interested in joining can join. And we can just have more people. So moving on. Somebody's asking, yeah, communities, yeah. Yeah. $10,000 can turn to $5 in seconds. It happens. It happens. It happens. Trust me. It is one of the biggest shockers, but it does happen. And it is well. Yeah, the video will be available on YouTube. I should upload the video maybe immediately after this class or some hours before. So that is that. Okay, I've answered every question. All right. So thank you guys for coming for today's class. Now, like I said, we'll be having an airdrop class next week. I'm trying to have a lot of these classes at once so I can just have those that have been following through just help you grow to a certain point. For example, for those that are new or just joining, the starting point would be to start from our free Zoom class on learning crypto. Then from there, you can now grow on to using PancakeSwap and Binance trading, then coming to this video, which is growing a small portfolio. Then our next class will be on airdrops, which will be next week. Hopefully next week, everything should work out perfectly. So next week, and yeah, that might not, I don't know if that will be our final class, but let's see what happens by next week. But I really, really want an airdrop class, and I want it to be full on because the last airdrop recording I did was a long time ago, which was 7 months ago. Yes. But now I want a fresh insight into airdrops. That's why I'm bringing people that are really, really, really good. Really, really, really good. So they can just take you through on Solana based airdrops, how you can make money from all these airdrops currently, the Discord communities, how to join the groups, what you need to do. And it's also a free class. It's also a free class. So that's about that. So thank you so much for joining today's class, and do have an awesome weekend. Do have a glorious weekend. Bye-bye.